Have you ever felt like you're moving at a different pace than everyone else? While others are busy managing huge social calendars, their phones constantly buzzing, you find yourself with quiet evenings and a peaceful inbox. At first, you might feel a pang of loneliness, a subtle thought that you're missing out. You may even wonder if this quiet life means you're not succeeding in the way others seem to be. But what if that feeling of having a small circle wasn't a flaw, but a powerful indicator of your inner world? What if your quiet path is a mark of strength, not weakness? Today, we'll explore why a small, select group of companions, or even a season of solitude, can be the clearest sign of a deeply lived life. Solitude, the workshop of greatness. Being alone doesn't mean you're incomplete. It can actually mean you are uniquely whole. Stay with me until the end, because the final idea will fundamentally change how you view your own company. The great physicist Nikola Tesla was known to value his solitude above all else, seeing it as the essential incubator for his revolutionary ideas. He needed quiet, unobstructed time to allow his intense focus and imagination to flourish, believing that noise and distraction diluted the power of his mind. And long before him, the ancient wisdom traditions, like the Stoics, taught the same lesson. Marcus Aurelius spoke of the deep tranquility found in retreating into one's own mind, a peace that worldly clamor could never provide. You are never truly without company, you have yourself. Epictetus frequently cautioned his students to be extremely selective about their associates, warning that misguided or shallow company could corrupt one's character more quickly than any external misfortune. Similarly, Seneca, the great Roman philosopher, often advised that it is far better to walk a deliberate path alone than to rush with a heedless crowd. If the most impactful minds in history found their power in quiet reflection, perhaps your uncrowded path isn't a deficiency, but evidence of how deeply you're engaged with your own journey. Let's delve into 4 compelling truths that explain the profound meaning behind having a limited social circle. 4 signs you're building a real life. A small circle of friends indicates a deeper commitment to authenticity and a powerful inner resolve. Here is the first revelation: authentic growth demands a deep environment. Think back to the last time you tried to share a profound idea or a vulnerable feeling with people whose interests lay only in superficialities, like trending topics or fleeting drama. The conversation likely stalled. Your complex thoughts felt too heavy for their lightweight banter. This disparity can feel isolating, but in truth, it confirms you're not meant to dwell on the surface. As the philosopher Heraclitus once suggested, character is destiny. If your inner landscape is rich, thoughtful, and purpose-driven, then hollow interactions will feel instinctively wrong. Many people form bonds quickly because those relationships are built on simple fun, mutual distraction, and convenience. But if your heart yearns for genuine vulnerability, intellectual honesty, and unwavering loyalty, you simply won't connect with the casual majority. And this isn't a fault. It just means your spiritual bandwidth operates on a different frequency. Rarity, by its very nature, limits your universal accessibility. Second insight: solitude is the ultimate laboratory for self-control. Why do so many people fear being alone? Because silence forces them into a confrontation with their unfiltered selves. They overschedule social commitments, not out of true desire for company, but as a defense mechanism against their own minds. If you can embrace the stillness, if you can sit in your own presence without a need for external validation or distraction, that is a testament to true emotional and mental resilience. Epictetus challenged his followers: if you want to be a person of value, be content to be thought a fool. In other words, genuine self-improvement will often look strange or unpopular to the untrained eye. When you deliberately choose meaningful solitude over hollow social obligation, some may label you a recluse. But you are, in reality, undertaking a powerful mental discipline. You are training yourself to locate your center of gravity within. Consider the difference. A person who requires constant external stimulation to function versus a person who can stand in silence and feel perfectly whole. Who is the genuinely free soul? Solitude isn't a penalty, it's essential practice. Third insight. Value transcends volume. Always. Imagine two scenarios. At one large gathering, a group of 30 people are engaged in loud, scattered talk, sharing fleeting moments that vanish as soon as they're created. At another smaller setting, there are only 2 people, but every shared word feels authentic. Every silence is weighted with understanding. Which environment offers true nourishment? Seneca famously advised, "Associate with those who will help you to be a better person." Welcome those whom you can help to improve. The measure of a thriving social life is not the number in your phone book, but how much those few connections enrich your deepest self. A single, dedicated friend outshines an army of acquaintances. So if your life seems calm now, and your list of close contacts is short, view it not as a vacuum, but as a highly selective filter. You are consciously choosing not to allow just anyone to deplete your focus and spirit. You are safeguarding your internal energy from the weariness that comes from maintaining superficial ties. Here is the fourth and final insight. The right connections arrive when you are ready. Nature teaches us a powerful form of patience. You don't see flowers blooming in the snow, and fruit doesn't sweeten in a day. Yet we mistakenly expect profound friendships to materialize instantly, as if authentic people should just appear on demand. The Stoics consistently warned against this external reliance. You can't dictate who enters or exits your life. You can't force others to understand your values, appreciate your depth, or stay by your side. But what you can and must do is remain unwaveringly true to yourself. You can keep your internal standards clear and bright. And when you do, those standards don't create isolation. They act as a powerful, magnetic beacon. Slowly, but surely, the power of refusing to settle. As you remain steadfast in your self-knowledge, you create the necessary conditions for the right eyes to recognize you, the right hearts to resonate, and the right friendships to organically emerge. So, what is the true meaning behind your uncrowded life? It is a declaration that you possess high standards. It is proof that you are unwilling to invest your precious time in hollow interactions, that you'd rather walk with integrity alone than follow a misguided crowd. This is not fragility. It is profound strength. It is evidence that you understand the intrinsic value of your own being. The next time a quiet moment makes you feel a twinge of emptiness, remember Tesla's need for silence. Remember Marcus Aurelius's inner sanctuary. Recall Seneca's caution that the majority is often mistaken. Remember Epictetus's call to rigorous self-mastery. And above all, remember that great character is rarely recognized at a casual glance. Depth naturally attracts depth, but that process takes time. In this current season of quiet, use the time to build yourself, strengthen your purpose, expand your knowledge, and nurture your spirit. Let solitude be your forge, where resilience, clarity, and true character are shaped. Because when those rare, right people finally appear, they won't arrive as rescuers for your loneliness. They will come as companions to your existing wholeness. They will not ask you to dilute your essence or compromise your deepest values. They will recognize your depth immediately because they carry a similar depth within themselves. And those bonds, rare, truthful, and enduring, are worth more than 1,000 temporary names on a screen. The smaller number of people in your life is not an indictment of your worth. It is proof that you refuse to settle, that your inner light is too strong to be dimmed by superficial company, that you know a calm inner peace is superior to chaotic popularity, and that your heart is patiently waiting, not for anyone, but for the right ones. So continue on your path with quiet dignity. Do not chase after what fails to nourish your soul. Do not mistake being surrounded for being truly fulfilled. And never, ever forget. It is infinitely better to stand alone with your truth than to sit in a crowd built on illusion. If this message resonated with you today, I invite you to do 3 things right now. First, subscribe to your channel name. By subscribing, you are committing to the daily practice of self-improvement and inner peace. Second, please like this video so this important reminder can find more people who need to hear it. And third, write in the comments, "My peace is my power." That will signal that you absorbed this message completely and are choosing to walk this path of inner strength. And before you go, click on one of the videos appearing here on the side. It just might be the next step in shaping not only how you think, but how you choose to live.